Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, back to my roots where it all began. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel here. Give me a follow on X at green_Jericho. So, we are now at day 8 of the Trump administration, and the hits just keep on coming. And I don't know how you guys feel, but let me pose that question. How do you feel about living in a country where the things that we want done are being done? We are being taken out of ridiculous money siphoning schemes on the international stage. Business is coming back. The border is closed. The military is on the border. Shout out to the devil dogs. The Marines are down on the U.S. border. The illegal, the worst of the worst, are being removed from the country first, and then we'll move down the list. All of these things we've been talking about, they're happening. How does that feel? Is it still a little bit surreal for you when you see these videos and these clips of illegal psychopaths and perverts being taken out of their homes and in handcuffs and put in vehicles and then put on airplanes and sent around the world back to their place of origin? And when they're the leader of that country tries to act stupid, Trump just puts baby powder on his hand and smacks the shit out of him. I'm talking to you, Colombia. So these things are happening, and I love to see it, but it's kind of surreal. Like Dr. Phil being out in the field. Yes, it's not about you. Dr. Phil. Catch me outside. How about that? That Dr. Phil out in the field with Tom Mad Dog Homan. And I don't know who else is calling him that, but I am. That's Tom Mad Dog Homan. And they're out with the ICE agents making these arrests, taking these monsters, that's not hyperbole, taking these monsters out of our communities. Thank you. So this one guy in particular that's out there with Dr. Phil, I'll put a link to the clip so you guys can check it out. He's this little dude. They got him in handcuffs, and Dr. Phil starts interviewing him. You know, Dr. Phil's going to Dr. Phil. And he says, "Where are you from?" And the guy's like, "Where was I born, or where am I from here in the States?" He says, "Where were you born?" And the guy says, "Thailand." And then he starts asking him, "Well, have you ever been deported?" He says no. He said, "Well, what crimes are you charged with? What have you been accused of in the past?" "Oh, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to talk to my lawyer." Uh-oh. That means you did something pretty bad. I'm thinking murder, something perverted. Come to find out, Tom Mad Dog Homan, he chimes in and says this dude has been charged with, lewd acts against a minor, a child. Wait. Hold on. No. Let me tell you something. That shit is so funny. I love that. Wait a minute. As the late Nate Dogg would say, hold up. You're telling me that Tom Homan, who's been on this job for 20 minutes, knows what this dude is accused of? But Sloppy Joe, our nursing home patient in chief, and that cackling hyena human hybrid, the Ugandan nightmare Kamala, you guys weren't out rounding these fools up, grabbing them by the scruff of their neck and throwing them out of our country? But Tom Homan's been on the job for 20 damn minutes, and he knows what this dude had for breakfast. How is that? It's almost like they don't care. So turns out this dude's a pervert. So you mean to tell me the local jurisdiction that this guy lived in, I don't remember what, or was it maybe Chicago, I think? Sanctuary City. You knew that you had this monster in custody because ICE probably sent you a notice saying they want to pick this little fucker up, and you said, no, we're a sanctuary city. Immigrants and brown people, blah, 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 shut the fuck up, right? You want to take a used toilet brush and stick it in their mouth. So You knew this little monster, this little pervert was in your community and you did nothing. You let a sexual predator roam around our city. You're so concerned with DEI and equity and inclusion that you allowed this serpent in our garden. Let me ask you parents something. Oh, actually, you don't have to be a parent to understand this. Like my dad used to say, son, you don't have to bite that donut to know it's sweet. So you don't have to be a parent to understand this. So I pose the question to you as well. But if you are a parent, this is going to hit you a little bit closer to home. So if you had a family member that you knew was a documented pervert, he had been in trouble for it, the law was looking for him because of it, and you grew up with his weird ass, you know he's a pervert. Are you going to let that dude stay at the house while you go to the store and watch your kids? What kind of a piece of shit, subhuman amoeba would you be if you knowingly left a child pervert with your child? I know what you're saying. I know. Stop screaming at your phone. Stop screaming at your TV. Stop screaming at your laptop. I know. You would never do that. You would never put your child in harm's way like that. Why? Because you care about them. You love them. And you heard these perverts, these weird ass politicians. Remember Kamala? Your children are our children. Nope. My children are my children. But you knowingly let this pervert slither around in our community. Tom Homan's on the job for 20 minutes with Dr. Phil, and they found this little fucker. It's almost like they were concentrating on the wrong things. It's almost like they don't give a shit about you. You are merely tax revenue. When they look at you, they don't even see a human face. They just see numbers and decimal points. When you talk, remember Charlie Brown? Wah, 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 wah. When the teachers and the adults talk to him. Well, when you talk to a politician, all they hear is the sound of a cash register. Cha-ching, cha-ching, the drawer opening, the money going in, slamming the door shut. All they hear is the sound of a cash register because that's all you are to them. Obviously. Because Tom Mad Dog Homan, has been on the job for 20 minutes, and I've seen multiple clips of ICE agents in multiple cities around the country hauling out the trash. So how does that make you feel, Americans? How good does it feel to know that your neighborhoods are being made safe as we speak, that we are getting what we want? It's kind of weird. It's like a girl who's dated shitty dudes and she finally had the sense to date a good man. He's taking care of shit. He's opening doors. He's treating her with respect. She enjoys it. And she knows that that's what she's supposed to have. But it's still kind of weird. Right? That's how this kind of feels. Trump is the executive orders and he's backhanding the WEF in their mouth. And they like it because they're sadomasochist perverts. But we're getting all this shit done. We wanted it. Still kind of surreal. I'm okay. I'll get used to it. No. I'm not complaining. I'll get used to it. But it's still kind of new. Meet me in the comments. Talk to me, goose. But the nerve of these sons of bitches to know that these monsters are in our midst. And this is even worse. You ready? You ready? This time I'm gonna stick it in and I'm not even gonna spit on it. This one's gonna hurt a little bit. Not only, in some cases, do they not even look for these little bastards, but in some cases, they have them in custody and they release them. What? You had him, you knew what he did, and you had him in custody. He was in a little room with bars on it. He couldn't go anywhere. He had to shit into a metal toilet. You had him. And you let him go. Somehow that's worse. Somehow that's a little bit worse. What say you? But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.